Are you trying to figure out which side hustles are a complete waste of time? Have you seen the ones that promise you to make money while you sleep? Only a few short years ago, I was just like you, starting my first side hustle, and I've learned the hard lessons about the ones that don't work. But how would you know if they won't work for you? If you don't learn the basics about what to look for in a good side hustle, then you'll be struggling for many years to come. Hi, my name is Alvin, and on this channel, you'll discover some amazing resources that you can use to generate your first $100,000 online from anywhere in the world, living life on your own terms. I'll give you the shortcut to choose the good ones every single time. In this video, I'll give you the 5 key pillars of a good side hustle, as well as walk you through 5 side hustles to avoid as a complete beginner. For the purposes of this video, a side hustle is anything that you can offer on the side or outside of your core full-time job that you can do in exchange for monetary compensation. So let's look at the 5 pillars. The first pillar is offering something of value, like a product, a service, a hack or shortcut, or even your time in exchange for compensation. The second pillar is ensuring that you have an audience to which you want to offer this valuable thing to. The third core pillar is pricing it well, and the fourth pillar is delighting your client or your customer after you deliver this particular product, service, or your time. The fifth and final pillar is the investment, the initial investment. How much money do you need to spend to get this side hustle up and running so that you become profitable? Now, let's look at how these 5 core pillars can help you avoid the side hustles that is not great for beginners. Up next, the first side hustle that you need to avoid as a beginner. So the first side hustle to avoid as a complete beginner is becoming a course creator. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a really good side hustle if it is you've got an existing audience and you understand that audience very intimately. Other than that, you're not going to make a lot of money or even any money at all becoming a course creator if you don't have an audience, or even if you don't understand your audience very well, because you need to understand what it is they need so you can sell them what they want and deliver to them what they need. Don't know what I'm talking about? Then avoid becoming an actual course creator as a beginner. At number 2, we've got the Amazon FBA. Everywhere you look, there are programs inviting you to make money online using Amazon FBA, as if it's the best thing since sliced bread. But here are 5 reasons why Amazon FBA may not be good for you as a beginner. Number 1, you need to hunt down deals all over the place where you can buy low and sell high, and spend a lot of time hunting down deals with apps, going to different places, going to thrift stores, all of that fun stuff. Number 2, if you decide to use Amazon Prime to deliver your goods, then you need to get those items repackaged so that they can be shipped off to Amazon warehouse. I mean, that means an additional cost for you to get them repackaged. Either you repackage them yourself, or you hire a third-party warehouse to repackage them for you. Number 3, you need to fork out money for Amazon ads when things are going slow in your actual Amazon store itself. And I don't know if you have money for it. If it is, you've got loads of money, then fine, go ahead and do it. And at number 4, your goods that you've sent into the Amazon warehouse is at the mercy of Amazon warehousing. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll give you an example. I myself did Amazon FBA for a while, and a lot of my customers, when they buy, not a lot, some of them when they buy, they will receive the actual goods and they were damaged, because it would appear that Amazon warehousing would actually fling my products about the place, and when it arrives, it was, obviously Amazon will pay you for it, but it's not the same. You took so much time hunting down these products so you can send them to Amazon to get them all damaged. It's just a waste of your time and money and energy. At number 5, Amazon will literally penalize you after 12 months when your goods have been in their warehouse by charging you a whole lot of money for storage, which doesn't seem fair at all, but it is the way it is. At number 3, we've got drop shipping, and no, it isn't as good as they claim it is to be. Here's why. You need to fork out boatloads of cash in order to run ads, whether it be Facebook ads or any kind of ads, to your products in your dropshipping store. Also, it takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to sell low-price items as it does to sell mid-market items. But it doesn't just fly off the shelves as they claim it would. So no, it doesn't. Plus, you're going to have to be faced with things like refunds and very, very long delivery times, like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, to get your actual products that you're dropshipping delivered to your actual customers themselves. Not in every case, but in many cases when you want to buy low and make your store profitable. The 4th side hustle to avoid as a complete beginner is affiliate marketing. I'm not sure why it's being promoted as one of the best things for beginners, but here's what. In order to make sufficient amount of money that is well worth the time, you need to have an audience, and number 2, you need to have the perfect niche. So something in the food niche, potentially fashion, and most likely personal finance niche, because those are the areas that generates a lot of income, and you need to have the audience that goes along with it. Otherwise, you'll be making just pennies on the dollar, and it wouldn't be worth your time and effort. Before I tell you what number 5 is, you're probably wondering, which one did I choose to make my first $100,000 online? I'm so glad you asked. I'll tell you more about it after I tell you what number 5 is all about. At number 5, we've got, drum roll please, blogging. Can you believe it? Yes, blogging. And don't get me wrong, there are some types of blogs that will take off and give you your $5,000 a month within 6 to 12 months, like food blogs, potentially lifestyle and travel, and maybe fashion. But those were the sort of the in-betweens. But food, definitely, yes. But if you still decide to go ahead with blogging, prepare yourself to be at it for 3 to 5 years with a lot of blood, sweat, tears, writing, tweaking. It's a huge learning curve to get you there. But outside of that, if it is you want to start a food blog, by all means, go ahead as a beginner. You'd probably get a lot more success in the food niche. Now that you know the 5 side hustles to avoid as a beginner, you're probably wondering which are the ones that actually work. So here are my top 3. Number 1, you can decide to become a digital product creator where you sell digital products on places like Etsy or Shopify. I'll leave a link to resource in the show notes that you can use to get started selling digital products online. And number 2, we've got project work like branding, web design, graphic design that you can use, to generate an income online, or you can do something like photography on the weekend. Number 3, the one I chose after going through all of the problems, challenges, losses of income, the whole lot, is becoming a virtual assistant. And it's the one that I would vouch for and tell you it's the easiest one to start. No particularly high amount of investment. It is a little bit of a learning curve because you're going to have to learn the tools and the lingo that people use online. But I've left a link in the description of the 3K a month VA planner that you can use for yourself to become a virtual assistant. I've poured all of my knowledge, all of my experience into this document, and it's such a fascinatingly low cost that you can use to get started yourself as a virtual assistant online. Yes, in case you're wondering, it's the one that I've used to make my first $100,000 online from anywhere in the world, traveling and doing all of the things. And it's the one I recommend to anyone starting from scratch. Obviously, from there, I've moved on to do other things, but like I said, the least amount of investment and the one that will give you the fastest path to cash. Until next time, I'll see you in the VA world. Bye for now.